I think the foundation makes a huge impact for a rural county like we have because it touches everybody. It provides things for our students. They can do the scholarships for our teachers. It provides them ways to support the classroom, and our administrators get to see that from the outside of how it helps everyone.
Well, the grants that the foundation provides allow us to extend not just in the classroom, but extend beyond the classroom. So we typically, a classroom teacher will have a very small budget, probably under $100 a year. And that has to account for daily things that we need. And if we're going to do field trips or special projects that require equipment, the grants help us to acquire those items.
I feel that the work of the foundation is important because without the ones running it, who would, we wouldn't have the scholarships, we wouldn't have the grants, we wouldn't have these opportunities, and like I said, therefore we would be expected, or not expected, but having to pay for it on our own, which is very hard.
I know myself I need materials sometimes to teach STEM lessons, or whether it's math manipulatives or even technology that will enhance my students' learning opportunities. And there's times where we don't have those resources available to us, and the only other option would be to purchase it ourselves. So the Levy County Schools Foundation puts on or offers grants that you can apply for, and I know several teachers who have applied, and it really helps them get the materials they need to enhance their lessons and the students' learning.
Well, in the community we're in, it's a small community. We don't have the resources, say, Gilchrist or Alachua County does. Many times you're the only support that we have outside the education system. So we wouldn't be able to purchase the materials we need and provide the experiences and opportunities that we'd like. The state's money is so mandated. All they can spend it on is curriculum and things that the state says. And while the curriculum's great, it doesn't provide everything that we need as teachers and our students need to have those experiences.
I feel the work of the Levy County Schools Foundation is so important because budgets are limited. And we're a rural county right away. That puts us in the lower economic levels. The schools do what they can, the school board does what they can, but the reality is that budgets are very, very tight. And these grants allow teachers to fund pet projects, things that they really want to do but they don't have money to do with their normal funds. And that just increases buy-in by the students and the teacher. It's their project, so they're excited about it. It's a win-win.
One of my personal grants was several years ago where I wrote a grant to provide books for students to take home in a bag that also had comprehension that the parent and directions on everything that the parent could use to help their child. Most of the children in our schools don't have books and supplies and things like that, so it just kind of helped provide an opportunity for their parent to read with them and get their hands on books that they otherwise wouldn't have.
I wrote a grant recently actually to receive math manipulatives for my students to build number sense. And since I received that grant 2 years ago, my students' number sense abilities have just soared. Those hands-on manipulatives have been essential to my students' growth. And I was also, because I'm one of the more senior teachers on my grade level, I was able to write one for my team so I could give some of those newer teachers those same materials, and so their students could build their number sense.
By getting a grant, I'm receiving money from the Levy County Schools Foundation, but you can also give back. It's painless. You just do a payroll deduction.
The payroll deduction program is an opportunity for the staff in Levy County to donate as much or as little as $1 so that all of those dollars combine together to go right back into the classroom for grants. One of the best parts about being an administrator working with the foundation are the leaders that work with us. You can tell that they're definitely supportive of education, and they are willing to always give and be there for us. And sometimes we might not have a grant ready, but they call us and say, you know, we've got this this pot of money that we need to spend on something, and you know, do you have something that your school needs? So it's been kind of like Christmas presents every once in a while, where you really have a need but you didn't have time to write it down in a grant, but you still have that opportunity to work together with the leaders of the foundation in order to provide surprises.